DJJ3M. What do you prefer, your drums or guitar? I have to stick with guitar, basically, because I think electric and acoustic guitar are much better instruments than drum kits, but I really like drum kits though, but I guess I'll have to stick with guitar because I think guitar is cooler anyways. Badass Bros, System of a Down or Slipknot, Cradle of Filth or Cannibal Corpse, Black Stone Cherry or Seether, and why? His questions are a big nuisance. Right, the first one. I have to say with Slipknot than System of a Down because Slipknot's music are even more advanced and the guitar solos by Mick Thompson and Jim Root are amazing, and I think System of a Down's music is a little bit too easy for me because I play mostly System of a Down songs on my electric guitar because some of the songs are a bit too easy for me. So I'll have to stick with Slipknot. Cradle of Filth or Cannibal Corpse? That's a very difficult question you got there, mate, because I really like those bands. I think Cradle of Filth is my all-time favourite black metal / extreme metal band of all time. I guess I'll have to stick with Cannibal Corpse, not because they're aggressive and really brutal. It's just that, for some reason, I just like their music a little bit better, but Cradle of Filth is a really cool band, but I should stick with Cannibal Corpse a little bit more than Cradle of Filth. Black Stone Cherry or Seether? Black Stone Cherry, obviously, because Black Stone Cherry's music are much better. The music from them is so damn good, and the guitar solos and the drum rolls for their songs are so incredible. Seether's music was really cool, but I can't hear much guitar solos from Sean Morgan from Seether. So I think Black Stone Cherry is much better than Seether, in my opinion. Seether's guitar solos are alright, but Black Stone Cherry are much better than Seether. Gravebat. When are you going to do another music cover with another musician? Plus, Cradle or Hymn, Domin or Typo Negative? Alright. I don't know if I'm going to do another music cover with another musician. I'm not so sure about that. That would be really cool if that really happened. Right, Cradle of Filth or Hymn? Cradle of Filth, obviously. Cradle of Filth is much better than Hymn, in my opinion. Cradle of Filth never gets old, and they are just so darn cool. Hymn is a great band, but I think Cradle of Filth is much better. Domin or Typo Negative? I haven't listened to much music from Domin, but I listen to many music from Typo Negative more, so I'll have to stick with Typo Negative. I used to hate Typo Negative, but since you got me into them by listening to their two songs, which are Black Number 1 and I Don't Wanna Be Me, those songs are really cool, and if I listen to them a little bit more, I will somehow be a fan of Typo Negative. I don't know about that, but I guess so. Moon Sorrow 15. Do you know the band called Biohazard? Well, after I read your question, mate, I listened to Biohazard. That's a bit random, but Biohazard is a pretty cool band. I know Biohazard right now. So Biohazard is a pretty cool band. Not one of my favourite bands at all, but I think they are pretty cool. And the last question is from Danzig3462. Are you glad that System of a Down and Slipknot are getting back together again in 2011? I am really glad that those two bands are getting back together again. It is a shame that Slipknot's bassist Paul Gray had passed away. It is a big shame for me because Paul Gray is my all-time favourite bassist, and I'm just really glad that Slipknot are getting back together again. System of a Down, that band's really cool, one of my favourite bands of all time, just like Slipknot. Well, Slipknot is my #1 favourite band of all time. So, that's my video of me answering all of the questions that you guys have put down since my last video. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. So, I'll see you later, YouTubers.